Baltimore Ravens delivered a resounding message to the rest of the NFL with a dominant 35-10 victory over the Buffalo Bills. The game, played at a raucous Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, was billed as a potential AFC Championship preview. Baltimore's offense was firing on all cylinders, while their defense completely shut down Josh Allen and the Bills' usually potent attack. The Ravens proved they have the talent and coaching to compete with the AFC's elite. Meanwhile, the Bills were left with more questions than answers as they suffered their first loss of the season. Special teams played a key role in flipping field position, while the defense forced several key turnovers. This dominant performance cemented the Ravens' status as legitimate Super Bowl contenders. They now look poised for a deep playoff run. Derrick Henry was simply unstoppable. The Ravens' star running back delivered a historic performance, rushing for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns on 27 carries. Henry's combination of power and speed proved to be too much for the Bills' defense. Henry's signature moment came early in the first quarter when he exploded through a gaping hole and raced 87 yards for a touchdown on the Ravens' first offensive play. This electrifying run, the longest of his career, silenced the home crowd and gave the Ravens an early lead they would never relinquish. Henry's performance was not just about individual brilliance, it also highlighted the effectiveness of the Ravens' offensive line. Lamar Jackson was his usual dynamic self, keeping the Bills' defense off balance with his arm and his legs. Jackson completed 12 of 18 passes for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also added 54 rushing yards and a touchdown on 9 carries. Jackson's ability to extend plays and make throws on the run created havoc for the Bills' defense. Jackson's connection with tight end Mark Andrews was particularly effective. Andrews, who finished the game with 6 receptions for 79 yards and a touchdown, was Jackson's favorite target. The Ravens' offensive performance was a clinic in efficiency and explosiveness, leaving the Bills searching for answers. Section 4. A defensive clinic. The Ravens' defense was equally impressive, stifling the Bills' high-powered offense and forcing 3 turnovers. Josh Allen, who entered the game as the NFL's leading passer, was held in check for most of the afternoon, completing just 20 of 38 passes for 187 yards and 2 interceptions. The Ravens' pass rush harassed Allen all game, sacking him 4 times and forcing him into several hurried throws. Linebackers Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith were all over the field, making plays in both the running and passing game. The Ravens' secondary also stepped up, with cornerbacks Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters limiting the Bills' wide receivers to minimal production. Defensive coordinator Mike McDonald devised a game plan that perfectly exploited the Bills' weaknesses. Section 5. Shifting tides in the AFC. The Ravens' victory sent shockwaves through the AFC, establishing them as a legitimate Super Bowl contender. With the win, the Ravens improved to 4-0, taking sole possession of first place in the AFC North. The Bills, meanwhile, fell to 3-1, their first loss of the season, raising questions about their ability to compete with the AFC's elite. The Ravens' victory also had major implications for the AFC playoff picture. With the win, the Ravens are now in the driver's seat in the AFC North and are well positioned to secure a first-round bye in the playoffs. The Bills will need to regroup quickly if they hope to keep pace with the Ravens and the rest of the AFC contenders. Section 6. Bills left searching for answers. The Bills were left searching for answers after their first loss of the season. Their offense, which had been so explosive in the first 3 weeks, looked out of sync against the Ravens' suffocating defense. The Bills struggled to establish the run, averaging just 3.2 yards per carry. This put even more pressure on Josh Allen, who was unable to carry the offense against the Ravens' relentless pass rush. The Bills' receiving corps also struggled to create separation against the Ravens' physical secondary. Stephon Diggs, the Bills' star receiver, was held to just 4 catches for 39 yards. The Bills have a lot to work on, but they have the talent and coaching to turn things around.